Hey guys, welcome back to Sky Factory. I'm Brim, he's Grum, and this is episode 11. Now what are we going to do today? Well, right now we are over here in the deep dark, and we're just putting down some stairs to make that a little easier to get up and down. We have been down here and we've done some mining. Very, very little, but a little bit. Now this is just the result of having vein mined out the cobble and stone. And so essentially what we've ended up leaving here is all of the other types of stone, which this is like the marble here. Actually, hey, hello you. As well as the things like the andesite and the dorite, and then all of the, ores. Thank you. Had a complete brain meltdown there for just a second. Let's go ahead and take this marble as well, because it's kind of in the way. Now, we did go ahead and grab, we had spotted initially when we dug this hole. Ooh, nope, don't have anything to do with you guys. We had spotted some, draconium ore. We have upgraded our pickaxe. I think we did that together last time to alumite. So we were able to grab that draconium ore. We've also gone ahead, we set up our auto spawner so that we could get the pink slime that we needed to upgrade our crossbow. We have done that. It is godlike now as well, and so are our bolts. Where are they? And you'll see that we've got a lot more bolts. We went ahead and upgraded this to a Enderium rod with a mini tip on it with the slime leaf fletching. So I think the max on it's 250 something, 252 bolts is what we've got for ammo. So it does a pretty good job. It one hits almost everything. It'll be interesting to see when we go to the end and take on the end dragon. It'll be interesting to see how it does. Now I think we still can't do yellowite. Oh, we can't. Girl, what have we got to get to? Ardite or higher. We could put Manny on here, I guess. We need to start getting some Yellorium so that we can get a big reactor set up. Here's diamonds. But you know what? This thing doesn't have either luck or... Do we have... We've got one modifier remaining, so probably the best option would be to put... would be to put Silky on there. So that we could bring ores back. Yeah, that's probably the best option. Can we find our way out of this hole? So anyway, that's what we've been doing over here in the deep dark. Lots and lots and lots of bad guys down there. We need to get mining set up, ender quarry set up, but that's going to require better power than we've got right now. That will. And speaking of power, I've gone and looked at the config file for big reactors. Can I share that? Will you guys actually see this? You do not actually see Notepad++ open. Anyway, I've gone to look at that, and it shows the max size to be 32 by 32 by 48 tall. That is a lot of reactor glass and all the various pieces to a big reactor. So it's going to take forever to get that bad boy built. Now, what are we going to focus on today? Well, let's go ahead and build the Silky Jewel since we were talking about it. Silky, that should be fairly easy for us at this point. We need 4 of these. Oh, really? We don't have any gold nuggets in here? Oh, that wasn't gold nuggets. It's aluminum brass nuggets. We can use this recipe because we should have... Well, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick those in there like that. And then we need this bad boy. We'll go toss that on our pickaxe. Pickaxe plus Silky Jewel. And now it is a Silk Touch. So we needed a Silk Touch anyway. We've got things that we just haven't been able to retrieve. Let's see, what else has changed? We've brought some more cows over. Is this backed up? No, it's going down. We've got 5 cows in there now. The original 2 that we had, which was the dark steel and the pink slime. We're actually getting ready to pull these guys out. This molten dark steel drum is almost completely full, and that's 256 buckets of dark steel. That should do us for quite some time. The pink slime drum is about half full, but I don't really think we need much more of that. The resident ender and the molten enderium are relatively new to the setup here. Sorry about that. And then, of course, we had a mani cow for the molten mani down here on the end, and we've had, matter of fact, we've got molten mani in here right now. We were talking about upgrading what? The pickaxe, right? So we would need a pickaxe head, and I think, look at there, we've got one laying here. Let's just go ahead and knock that out then, and then we won't have to worry about it. Where is our table? Put that in here, and this in there. Now, we should be able to get... that yellow right. Okay, so today is going to be all about... Is that the only thing we've done? I guess we could check on our... we're up to 3 sextuple compressed, so we're getting there. And then how are we doing up here? Not quite ready to harvest, but getting close. Alright, so today has to be all about some machines. We got the auto spawner knocked off there. We're getting close on the ultimate furnace. How are we doing with the VCO? 21 VCO, and I think we need 36 in order to get the whole thing. So we're over halfway now. But we need some things. We need some machines. This is, I mean, it's modded Minecraft. It's very machine intensive, and we've built no machines. So we need to get started moving forward down that path. Let me check our power situation down here. And I don't know if I've shown, but we did get all 3 lines set up eventually. We're pushing them into barrels. Well, my game feels a little, especially down here. If I back away from that, it doesn't feel, not glitchy is not the right word, but it's weird. Feels like it's stuttering a little back here. I don't know why. Anyway, we're pushing that into barrels. This barrel has got a void frame on it, so if it ever gets to 64, and I actually pulled some out recently, that's interesting that that hasn't. Let me make sure all these are actually running properly. Yep, that one's running, and this one's backed up. Urgh. Is there something in here that's caught? Coal. Is the coal one full? The coal one is full, so we're going to need to put a void frame on it as well, or get the get this stuff going directly into the ME system again. The ME system would obviously be the best option for making that happen. For now, we'll just pull several stacks out. The problem is, of course, that we're going to need bigger drives before we start just allowing anything and everything to go into the ME system. If we look at our drives, we have one 64K drive in here at this point. We were able to make one with the resources that we had available between last episode and this one, maybe right before last episode. And then we've got our 4K drives in here. I don't think this is enough storage. I guess our last 4 drives aren't touched. But if we started pumping all the raw resources from down here in there, we would start putting a hurt on those pretty quick. I would like to have at least one more drive bay. One more drive, this piece itself, and I'd like to get to 64K drives, or at least 16K drives, before we started pumping directly into there. So that's the reason we haven't done that. Okay, so the number one most important one here is the Soulbinder. The Soulbinder, isn't that what we need for Soulbound? Let me check down here. Nope. If we take a look at the recipes, where is Soulbound? To get to Soulbound, we need an Ender Crystal, and we do that in the Soulbinder. And we have to have a Soul Vial, which includes fused quartz and solarium. Solarium has to be made in the alloy smelter, and then, the fused quartz also has to be made in the alloy smelter. So we definitely need the alloy smelter, and we definitely need the soul binder. So let's take a look at the alloy smelter first. I don't think it'll be that difficult to pull off. That's obviously easy enough. We've made several of those making drums. We might actually have a bunch of furnaces in the system, so let's wait on that one. Capacitor shouldn't be an issue. Get the machine frame knocked out, and then get the... Do we have furnaces? We do have furnaces. So there's our alloy smelter, and we're probably... These things might have finally outlived their usefulness. It may be time to move them, but for now we'll just put the alloy smelter down here. Yeah, put the smelter right there. Bang, there we go. And we'll get it powered from the bottom. It shouldn't be a problem. I can actually see power right there, so it shouldn't be a problem to bring power right up here. Now for our soul binder, oh, no, we don't have to have a, ooh, we need another machine for, oh, we're going to need solarium, aren't we? So let's get some solarium cooking. That's going to be soul sand. We'll just grab a stack, and gold. Grab a stack, and of course we can stick them in here, but nothing's going to happen until we get some power. So let's find our flux duct. Is that hardened? It is indeed. We'll go bang bang, and we'll drop down here and see what we can see. Oh, it's even better than that. We've got power right here. Yep, right there, there. Here, here. Boom. Now those should be powered. And we should be able to see... How are we doing here? It still shows... Oh, I guess it's not actually doing... Well, no, it should be doing something because we just... Yeah, you're cooking. Capacitors. Let's see what we can do about a capacitor or 2 or 3. Capacitor. Capacitor. The octatic... What is this? Glowstone. Oh, we need vibrant alloy. Which we need an arc furnace for. Or an alloy smelter. We do want to go ahead and build the induction smelter. That's what I made left the extra hole here for, was for the induction smelter. So let's go ahead and do it. Induction smelter. This would be the other machine frame. We probably don't have a tin gear in there. Pop these things into the system real quick. That's a... probably don't have him. And then what do we have down here at the bottom? Invar. We almost certainly don't just have Invar gears laying around anywhere. Now, are we there? Yes, we are there. Alright. So pop that in right there, and that will give us induction smelter. It is indeed firing up. I wonder if we could have done this in there. Don't think so. I think we had to have... We want to... Okay, let's try this. It says it's going to. Let's see. Do we get Solarium? We do, so we'll let them both run. They're both working right now. Actually, I think that's probably enough to do what we wanted to do, right? So that gives us 2 that are currently working on Solarium. Now, we were working on the Soul Binder. We need another machine frame. So let's go ahead and get that bad boy into the system. And then we definitely have all these heads. We may not have them all in the system. Oh, actually, we already had them all in the system, too. So let's pop this out, bring our power over 1 more. And then pop the thing right down there like that. Okay, now, to get what we needed, I need to take a look at this recipe one more time. It required an Enderman soul in a soul vial. So let's take a look at the soul vial. Hey guys, sorry about that. I reached for my backspace key and hit the button that stops my recording. We were looking at the soul vial. So, oh, it's going to need the fused quartz. Ooh, I hope we have some quartz in here. We have some, not a lot. And what we've gotten out of bags, and we've gotten from sifting soul sand. So that does require, or can it go in here as well? Oh my goodness, it's going to take so long. Let's pull these out, just because we don't need them. How'd you get up there? That's strange. Toss these in here. Bang, bang, and bang. How does that keep getting... Oh, are you pushing over? Output, yep. Here, just do that. Okay. Alright. Let's get all that put away. Now, Soulbound, we're going to need... I think it takes 3 to make 1. No? Maybe it's 1 for 1? That would be nice. No, oh, no. Stop. Alloys only. Yeah, alloys only. Pure nether quartz crystal. Can we put these back in here? No. Grr. Okay, well that took like 12, so hopefully that's doing the right thing this time. Live and learn, live and learn. There's a reason we almost... No, that's it for all... Alloys only. Oh, please tell me we didn't just cook like half of this into... That would be so unpleasant. Do the right thing, please. Come on. Come on. Why you no do nothing? Oh, good, it did. It did the right thing. Yay! Alright, soul vial. Soul vial. We should just be able to click this in here now. Now we need an Enderman. So, to make sure we can get an Enderman, what's the best... you know what? The best way to do it is to just do this right here. We'll go down here, and we'll start shooting everything that's in there. Let's turn off the magnet. We'll just shoot everything that's in here, and what'll happen is if there's an Enderman in there, he will run, rather than allow himself to be shot with my crossbow. And then he'll pop up on the map behind us somewhere. Looks like there might be one right over there. There is. Now he's down here. Where did he go? Did he just teleport out into the void? Well, you moron. You sure did. Let's go ahead and kill this pig. I've moved what cows we had over here out so that we could get some additional spawn over here. Well, that just really stinks. That would have been the easy way, except that, you know, I jumped off into the void. Oh, I have to be really careful. If I hit this wall and it bounces back and hits me, it almost completely kills me. Yes, it does. What was that? 6.5 hearts? 7.5 hearts of damage? Yeah, wouldn't take much more to kill me. I don't think there was another Enderman in there. There wasn't. Grr. Okay, we'll let that recycle. One of the things we've changed over here is that we now have the bottom of this acting as an auto kill area. Just killing the squid will eventually make their way down, and then of course they fall. Oh, come on, fall. There you go. And then they'll lay here and suffocate and drop all their ink sacs and stuff on the ground for us. And we swing by and pick them up. That keeps them cycling pretty quickly. Okay, let me see. Let me find an Enderman and get his soul captured. All we have to do is click on him. And then we'll be right back. Alright, so I've been waiting for me what feels like forever, and I've decided there's an easier way. I'm just going to dump water up here. Yes, now any Enderman that spawns will immediately teleport out of there, and we should see them on our map. So, I just want to let y'all know what I had done, because that was getting ridiculous. I've killed everything in the spawner, I don't know, a dozen times already, maybe, without having seen another Enderman, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't accidentally killing them, or... Oh, there goes one right there. Look at that. Come over here. Can you see me? Come here. I can see you. Come on. Teleport over here. All we have to do is catch you. Yeah, here you go. Come on. Come on. Come... Oh, what are you doing? Why are you running off that way? Please don't teleport off into the void. Oh, no. Oh, I normal clicked him. I think I have to right click him. Where did he go? He's over here with our... He's down there. Oh, nope, now he's teleported over here. Would you just hold still? I just want your soul. Hold still. It only hurt for a second. Yay, we've got him now. Okay. Well, that took... that was way more difficult than it should be. I tell you what, let's go pull the water back out of the spawner so that we don't end up with Enderman all over the place. Noink. Hello. There we go. We'll dump that water. Now, you may notice that I'm only carrying like 3 or 4 buckets, and if you were really observant, you will have seen in previous episodes that I had as many as 11 buckets in my inventory. And if you're asking yourself, where did those other buckets go? I'm asking myself that exact same question. Now, 4 of them are sitting in here, so I know where there's 4 of, but that still only brings us to 7. 4 buckets have simply just disappeared out of my inventory. I have no idea where they've gone, so... Alright, so let's take a look. I did empty my levels. I hit myself again with my crossbow. I was afraid I was going to kill myself, so I did empty my levels a moment ago. Let's see... So this is a soul crystal, which is a vibrant crystal, which means we gotta make vibrant alloy, which is, oh my goodness, energetic alloy plus an ender pearl in the alloy smelter, and this is made how? Gold. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Gold plus. So we need gold, and we might as well make 2 if we're making them. We needed redstone. And we needed glowstone. And that'll get us energetic alloy, right? Oops. Grab that. Put these in. You can come back in here like that. Yes, yes, yes. Put those in. Yes, yes, and yes. All go in the system. You are working, correct? Yes. We could still look at building a capacitor. We started down that road a moment ago and then got distracted. Because me distracted? No. Never. Oh, you can't put... I guess you have to put at least the... capacitor. And that's energetic, which we don't have right now, so... Okay, fine. We didn't want to do that anyway. We didn't want to upgrade. Okay, so there's 1. And then to get vibrant, we needed this plus... ender pearl in the alloy smelter. Ender pearl. We could do that over here. Toss these in there. Come on. Come on. Alright, so we now have the vibrant, and I believe we need to turn that into these, and then surround an emerald? I think it was an emerald. Like this, and like unto this. That gets us the vibrant crystal. Now, if we go look at Soulbound, I think it was a vibrant crystal. Wow, this has become a serious rabbit hole. Soul Vial of Enderman plus a vibrant crystal in the Soul Binder. Well, that... Hey, let me down. That just happens to be right here. Enderman Soul. Vibrant crystal. 10 levels. I don't have 10 levels right now, but I happen to know where there are some. Let's grab our shower. Okay, so I've got this set up, or had this set up, so that I could do this number. So that I could put the jar here, turn this on so that the drum there. That's way more than 10 levels. And say, yes, grab my levels, and do it, do it, do it. Oh, and then I wonder how many it's going to actually take for the enchantment itself. We're going to need 25 levels, so, okay, so it wasn't too bad that we grabbed all those, because we're going to need some more anyway. There we go. Are you done? Oh, we get our soul vial back. Well, that's nice. Okay, we'll put it in here. May need to grab other souls at some point. Okay, I was like, what else do we put in there? The item we want to enchant, maybe? Now, we should be able to do this. Are you... are you kidding me? Oh, we gotta do a book. Duh. Oh, I was so about to flip out and not have my right mind there for just a second. Written book. No, book. It is a book and quill. Do we have? We already have all the pieces. Yay! That probably means we're going to need an anvil, though. We do this, and this, we get Soulbound 1. Yes, that is true. Now, to get it onto our book, we're going to need an anvil, or onto our ring. Do we have a bunch of blocks? We do. We can just drop this back here behind us. Now let's see how many levels we're going to need to do this. 6. That's cheap. Let's go grab 6 levels. Should probably be about as fast as I can flip the switch on it. And bang. One angel ring with Soulbound 1 on it, meaning even if I get killed, I will not lose the ability to fly. Life is suddenly a lot better. Yay. Okay, we'll go ahead and toss this in here. Clear this out, and we'll go look at our board again. We do need a magma crucible and a fluid transposer. Let's check our magical crops, because we're getting close. Oh yeah, this is good enough. Is my inventory relatively clean? Because if my inventory is not relatively clean, this will no longer fit in my inventory. It didn't fit even with my inventory relatively clean. Let's turn our magnet back on. Let's go dump this down here. Yeah, we do have the power issue where if we try to dump a whole bunch of stacks of stuff in all at once, it goes, you can't do that. No, that's a bad idea. Get this stuff put away. We should be able to harvest the other half, the other side. It's not as large as the entire plot over here, obviously. Let's go ahead and stick him back on the wall. Let's go make it daytime. And then we'll see what we can do about checking on our quest book. I suspect this episode is already longer than our older episodes, what we used to do in the past. That's a nice number of seeds right there. Okay, so going back to our quest book, we've got everything in the Age of Wood done, right? Yes. We've got almost everything in the Stone Age done except for upgrading, and like I said, we're getting close to doing that just to get it out of the way. Sprinkler, crafting the iron seed. Iron seed. We can probably do this right now. Imperio. Well, we can just do that from here. Yes, we're going to want to go up on all of this all the way anyway. Okay. Because we're still after lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of VCO. God, it's amazing how little of that. And then we need, would help if we had chosen the right recipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so the iron is just like that. And there is an iron seed. We can actually, we might as well go ahead and turn all of this into Zavicio. Oh, wow. Oh, that doesn't actually use Zavicio, so it's not there. Zavicio, yeah, that one. There's 7 more. How are we now doing on Zavicio? Zavicio. Wait, does that say 29? It says 28. So we're getting closer. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay, so that is now something else we can check off in here. Craft the iron seed. Growth pulsars. Let's check out the growth pulsars. Growth pulsar right here. So it requires blocks of Minicio. So that's 9, 18, 36 Minicio, a stone, and a diamond. And I'm sure we just turned all of our Minicio. Yeah, I turned all of our Minicio into as high a tier as it would go up to Zavicio. I don't really want to tear that back down until I get this furnace done either. So we're going to skip that for now. The Zavicio armor is just going to take us forever to get there. Plant the flowers, travel to the nether, Dolly, travel to the inn, kill the ender dragon. We might actually be getting close to this. Are we close to that? I think our crossbow now, let's see. 0 to 7 hearts, 12.5 hearts damage, plus 0 to 7. And our arrows are plus 15 or plus 14 attack with 3.5 hearts. We might be getting close to being able. We need better armor. Obviously, we're just flying around in scrap armor, so we need better armor. But we're getting close to actually being able to do that, I think. So, automate craft harvesting, hatch a dragon egg. I've been doing a little research on that. That's going to be very interesting, I think. Chunk loader, ender pouch. Okay, so next episode we do need to get a. Next episode might have to be better power. But we do want to get to the nether. We obviously made it to the deep dark before we made it to the nether, which is kind of backwards, but we want to get there. We want to... Well, really, I think it's a void world. Is there any benefit for us going there, then, other than to say we've been there? I don't know the answer to that. We'll have to see. We'll have to go there and just see whether or not. Now, what about... So we've got deep dark. Do we have last millennium in? It looks like we do have the last millennium. It is... Wow. Carved eminent stone and burnt quartz. What is this? Purple and pink. Is that pink? Magenta. Purple and magenta, some stones. Okay, that's not too bad. And then obviously the clock is no big deal. Okay, guys, well, I think we're probably going to call this an episode right here. We got a bunch done. We got a bunch of the things we needed to get done. Oh, we need to build the... Let's go ahead and build before we go away. Magma Crucible and Fluid Transposer. Let's get those built. Let's get those built. Fluid Transposer. Shouldn't be a big deal. Should be basically able to shift these in real quick. We do want the basic one. Thank you very much. The basic one. Why do you do this? Basic. And then we're going to need a couple of copper gears. 1, 2. What else? We should have a bucket or 2 in the system. So there's our Fluid Transposer and Magma Crucible. Again, we need a machine frame. Should have gone ahead and built 2 while I was doing it. Basic. Is that Invar gears at the bottom? Could be. Pretty easily, I guess it is. 1, 2. That should be not a big deal. What is that? Nether brick? Ooh, we may not have any nether brick. But I bet we got that. Boom! Look at there. Oh, what's at the top? Oh, a leadstone. We can build that. That's not that big a deal. At least it's the cheap one. And Magma Crucible. Let's, I feel like we should be starting down the other side, too. We've got one wall of... Guess we can just pop them in here. And we still got our flux ducts on us. Not sure why we were wandering around with a handful of flux ducts, but hey, there you go. And we'll pop these down. It needs to be Magma Crucible and then Fluid Transposer, Magma Crucible, and then Fluid Transposer. And those should be powering up, which means we can now make, yes, we can now make, tesseracts. And I don't know what the recipe in here looks like. Tesseract frame, hardened glass or hardened aluminum glass along with Enderium. Now, we're getting molten Enderium down there, so that part's actually not a big deal. Fused quartz, hardened glass is just going to be obsidian and... did we actually make a... we did not. I'm drawing a complete blank here. We need a... What's the thing that grinds stuff? Not the grindstone, but the machine version. Arma. I'm drawing a complete blank. Alright, give me a moment, let me look. Okay, about the time I hit pause on the video, I went, oh yeah, pulverizer. Duh. Pulverizer. There it is right there. So we're actually in here, so it's going to be another basic machine frame, because we will build the basic version of this. We'll probably upgrade all of these machines at some point. Today is not that day. We're going to have to have one of these. And that should give us a full suite of basic machines, which will tide us over for quite some time. There we go. Where's he going to go? He's going to go... Alright, I've made an executive decision. This has got to go. That will go here. And that should come over, and then we can put the pulverizer right there. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Now, the pulverizer... I like this. I really do. But it is huge. It requires so many machines and so much looping around and all this business to get these components broken down. Whereas with the pulverizer, if we go 6 pulverizers and 3 auto sieves, we could even do the compact, I guess. We could compact them and then go in the compacted sieve. The reason these are... Okay, let me back up. You can actually get slightly higher efficiency out of pulverizers and auto sieves over these bad boys. But the power requirements are about 100-fold. Now, right now, power is a concern for us. At some point, power will not be quite such a concern. We'll be able to produce thousands and thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of RF a tick. Today is not that day. We're producing less than 1,000. I think we're producing 960 the last time I looked. These things are capable of 320, right? Yeah, 320 times 3 is 960. So we have to be a little cautious of our power use still until we get a big reactor set up. So today we're going to stick with this down here. It's set up, it's running, it's doing its thing. So, all right, guys, we now have a full suite of basic tools. We do now have Soulbound on our rings, so we don't have to worry about falling into the void and things going terribly wrong there. I feel much better. I feel like we've made quite a bit of progress today, and obviously we'll keep making progress together. How's that? Guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.